Hi folks, welcome back to Time Machine Toy Den. I thought I'd do something a little different this time. Rather than showing you the same stuff and going on about what's been added to the collection recently, I'm going to talk about a specific toy line. In the Toy Den, there's an empty shelf, so I decided to fill that dark void with some plastic goodness, because as you may have guessed, I love toys, particularly toys from the 80s. I did a little research, and I came across some old toy adverts, including this epic blast from the past.
Robocop and the Ultra Police, the only cops with rapid repeat cap firing.
Evil headhunter Honest Skyhawk is cruising for trouble. Robocop in his armored Robocopter takes off after him via Robo missile. We'll give you a lift to jail.
Robo vehicles and Robocopter. Robocop and the Ultra Police fighting criminals like Headhunter.
Robo 1 will chase him down. This will stop you. Nothing can stop Robocop.
Robocop and Robo 1.
When I saw this, I immediately felt a pang of nostalgia. I remember owning some of these as a kid. I jumped over to Evil Bay, and for an 80s toy line, the prices are still pretty reasonable. The complete loose figures cost about £6 each, the carded ones around 10. The most expensive toy in the line appears to be the ED260. Robocop the animated series premiered in 1988 as part of the Marvel Action Universe TV block in the States, along with cartoons such as Dino Riders and Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. The cartoon was a 12-episode series based directly on the 1987 Robocop movie, and it appears to be a continuation of that storyline, featuring some of the same characters. A series of 5-inch action figures were released by Kenner, based on the animated series. This wasn't the first time Kenner had released an action figure based on a violent 18 certificate franchise. In 1979, Kenner introduced the 19-inch Alien Xenomorph figure from the classic sci-fi horror movie Alien. The figure only lasted on the shelves a number of weeks before Kenner pulled the toys due to complaints from angry parents.
Alien action figure, new from Kenner.
However, on this occasion, Kenner softened the impact by basing the Ultra Police toys on the cartoon series rather than the ultra-violent 1987 movie itself, although I'm not entirely sure why they didn't just call the cartoon Robocop and the Ultra Police, or even the toy line Robocop the animated series. Anyway, I picked up a load of figures from this line and we're going to have a look at them today. We'll have a look at the loose ones, and I'll also be opening the carded ones because I want to see them in their full glory. Also, I want to display them loose rather than dog-eared, worn card backs. So first up, we have the ED260, which in the cartoon is an upgraded version of the ED209. And this is by far the most desirable toy in the line. The back here, that's where you feed the caps in. And there's a little trigger at the top there, a little metal trigger you can see there. You would pull to make the fire in action. Next up, we have Robocop himself. And I forgot to put in his gun. So what it says about Robocop on the card back, there's a little blurb here. It says Robocop, part man, part robot, is the unstoppable leader of the Ultra Police. Remove his helmet to reveal his true identity, which we already know is Alex Murphy. Bit of a strange helmet here. It's got a couple of holes at the top there. Not entirely sure why that is. You see all this sort of detailed circuitry in the back of his head. Quite a tight fit.
Why
can't you stop messing with his head, Dr. Tyler? He's a cop, not a guinea pig.
I've been waiting for some of these for a while because I've had to have them sent over from America. Really difficult to get in the UK, particularly the second wave. But upon receiving them, I've noticed something a bit different about the ones I got from the UK and the ones I got from the States. The American release was packaged with 100 Robocaps, while the UK release wasn't. Not entirely sure why that is, but I checked Google Images and every American release figure has been packaged with the Robocaps, and the European releases haven't. So just taking a look at the card backs here. This is a card back for Series 1. We've got all the Ultra Police there. And on the right we have the Vandals. Down the bottom we've got the vehicles that were available in Series 1 there. The only one I don't have is that Robocopter. I find it's very expensive on eBay. And this is the card back for Series 2. A few additional characters there. I don't have the Robocop Night Fighter or the Gatling Blaster Robocop, those two variants there. I do not have Scotch, and I could not find them on the card. And all the loose ones seem to be missing the accessories. The right hand side there, the vehicles, I'm pretty sure some of these were unreleased. The Robo Tank, I don't think that was released. The Vandal one, that definitely wasn't released. Robo Command was. The Robo Hawk, I've never seen that anywhere. I don't think that was released, that one. The Robo Glove definitely wasn't released, and I'm not surprised. It doesn't look all that great, to be honest. The Robo Helmet and Blaster and the 12-inch Robocop were, I believe. So I've taken them all off the card, out of their packaging, and we're going to have a look at these individually. First one we're going to have a look at is Officer Ann Lewis, the Ann Lewis figure here, which of course was Robocop's partner in the movie. Got the cap fire mechanism in the back there, and this sort of strange looking GIMP helmet. No idea what we're thinking there. Looks terrible. And she has a crossbow. Nice to know in the future, with all that technology, they still use crossbows. I believe in the cartoon though that fired lasers. We've already seen Robocop himself. And we're going to move on to Wheels Wilson, who's the pursuit officer. Wheels Wilson also has a helmet. He can't remove his though, his is painted on. And his accessories are, he has a large sort of rocket launcher there. Next we're going to look at Sergeant Reed, who I believe was in the movie as well, I think. And it says in the back here he is the tear gas specialist. He has a better helmet there and a very 80s looking moustache. Sergeant Reed. Next up here is Birdman Barnes, who, as you would expect, is the air specialist. Very, very colourful. And he has a grappling hook and a launcher. Next we're going to look at is Ace Jackson, who is the weapons expert, as you can see with this strange looking contraption he's holding here, and the truncheon at his side. Next we have Torpedo Thompson, who is the ballistics expert. This is part of Series 2. This is the Wave 2 of the toy line. This massive shoulder cannon. He doesn't have the cap firing action on his back, he actually has it on the weapon itself. You feed the caps through it, and it has the firing mechanism as most 80s toys did back then. Another Series 2 figure, Claw Callahan. He doesn't have the cap firing mechanism in the back either. Again, that's on the weapon, which is unfortunately broken. It seemed to have broke inside the packaging, unfortunately. I can maybe patch that up, super glue or something at some point. So next we'll have a look at the Vandals, the bad guys. So this is Headhunter. Headhunter is the king of crime and leader of the Vandals. He has the cap firing mechanism in the back there. And his weapons and a Vandals tattoo there on his right shoulder. This guy here is Chainsaw. He has a chainsaw and a gun. And according to his card back, he is a vicious street punk. And this guy here is, this colourful chap is Nitro. And he comes with his Nitro pincers and some sort of explosive device. As you can see, he also has a Vandals tattoo to show his allegiance to the gang. This guy here is Dr. McNamara, and he is an evil scientist. And I vaguely remember this character being in the Robocop movie. At least I think he was. And this next guy is my favourite. This is the Toxic Waster from Wave 2, and he doesn't have the cap firing action. Instead, he has a toxic waste vat that he can suck up, store in his tank, and spray out with the gun on his arm there. Really cool figure. This canister of toxic waste there. I also managed to pick up the mail-away version of this. The line had some mail-away figures, and I managed to pick up one still in the mail-away baggie. Doesn't have his canister of toxic waste there, but it was a pretty cool pickup as well. This is the Skull Hog, and it's the only vehicle the bad guys have in this entire line. This is the only bad guy Vandal's vehicle. The front is supposed to fire off like a missile, but it seems to be stuck. I think the mechanism's seized there on this one. This next one's in terrible condition. This is the Robo Cycle. All the paint, the sort of chrome paint, has flecked off the front there, and I've searched everywhere for one in good condition, and most of them have the same problem. The paint just seems to be flaking from the front there. It would be a pretty nice looking motorcycle if it wasn't for that. I'll definitely be looking for a one in better nick at some point. This next one, in my opinion, is probably the best vehicle in the line, or possibly the second best vehicle in the line. This is the Robo Jailer. All the decals have come off with age. This one's in pretty good nick, pretty good condition, apart from the stickers, apart from the decals. But I do have some replacements there, so I will be putting them on at some point. The back flips open. This one is a little stiff, and actually I don't think, yeah, I'm not going to force that just in case it breaks. The guns flip out from the side there as well. And the side here opens up to put all your bad guys in there. Fill that up with vandals. And it's quite big. Most of the ones that I saw before I picked this one up had cracks on the windscreen, or the windscreen had come broken off. So that's the reason I grabbed this one, even though it doesn't have the decals on it. It's still in really good condition, and the windscreen's intact. Last but not least, we have the Robo 1. So this is a Robocop's police car. Again, this one's in pretty good nick. Has a missile launcher at the top there. Some guns at the side. The number plate's missing from the front there, the license plate. Need to get one or two decals replaced there. But it is a really good looking vehicle. Probably the best vehicle in the line. As always, thanks for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked what you saw, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll be sure to post more content soon.